the next generation of Universe continues.
The face who runs the place.
And that's the bottom line. Just bring it.
The future is standing in front of you.
You are now tuned in to the world's greatest. Tonight is the night. Bright lights, high crowd. Here we keep the flow down. Everybody get loud. Tonight is the night. A-list, can't miss. When we burn it to the ground. Everybody get down. Tonight is the night. We stay grinding while our feet can't rise. And steady climbing, now we on top. It's not something you get. It's just something we got. 'Cause I don't know if you know if you know we playing or not. Tonight.
There's 16,614 WWE fans in attendance at the sold-out O2 Arena. And we are taking over United Kingdom for Monday Night Raw. And this is going to be one hell of a night. The Money in the Bank qualifications will continue. Roman Reigns goes one-on-one against Chris Jericho for the next spot in the match. And what happened on the last Raw had a lot of people buzzing. Well, tonight, our general manager Stone Cold Steve Austin is going to get into the ring and he's going to call out the Brahma Bull himself, The Rock. We'll see how that unfolds later on tonight. It's an amazing atmosphere in London. And here comes the controversial John Cena. And this man has made some unpopular decisions. He's been very loud lately. And he's been disrespecting the legend that is Hulk Hogan. But at Payback, in the biggest rematch of all rematches, when Cena took on the Hulkster, he was able to pin his shoulders down for the 3 count. The match was an instant classic. And if you haven't seen it yet, you can always watch it. It's available on demand on YouTube.
Who beat Hulk Hogan? Me, John Cena. That means I have become the most respected WWE veteran. Y'all people better recognize you dealing with a legend. So what I'm gonna do now to commemorate the legend, I'm gonna issue an open challenge right now. Any rookie punk in the back wanna step up and try to make a name? Come on, see if you can represent.
Wait a second, an open challenge? Right now? Who's gonna accept? No way! You gotta be kidding me! Listen to the ovation!
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring. From Newcastle upon Tyne, weighing in at 194 pounds,
Oh my God, what a way to kick off Raw! Adrian Neville from NXT has accepted the open challenge right here in his home country of England. This is going to be a phenomenal match. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, this is not a rookie punk. This is one hell of an athlete. The ambience in this building is surreal. There's people standing in the ceiling for this opening contest. John Cena versus Adrian Neville. And Cena's teasing Neville. And Adrian Neville going right into business. What a knife-edge chop. A left kick to the midsection. Cena blocked it. And here comes Cena with those shots to the sternum. Remember, John Cena is coming off a big win against Hulk Hogan. And he's going to take part in the Money in the Bank ladder match at SummerSlam. Here's the cover, first one of the match. Neville doesn't allow a single count. It's Cena's strength versus Neville's quickness. Underhook suplex from Cena. And now this crowd in London getting under the skin of John Cena. This is a very hostile environment for John Cena. Neville back up. Cena wrist lock. Neville rolls through. What an innovative counter from Neville. And this is what I'm talking about. Neville's quickness, his athleticism, his technique can always catch you off guard. And take a look at this. What a beautiful shooting star from Neville. He hooks the leg, but John Cena kicks out at one. And remember, Neville just came off a huge match as well that took place at NXT TakeOver against Rusev. But this is the big time. This is Monday Night Raw. Cena off the hip toss into the cover. Neville powers out. We all know that John Cena is not a very popular man amongst the WWE Universe. But this is a very poisonous crowd on hand as Neville gets hung up on the top rope. And Cena starts to showboat. Not a very bright move from Cena. Neville off the ropes. Huge forearm. A big mistake from the part of John Cena. Adrian Neville going to the place where he's much comfortable. Senton off the top rope. Hooks both legs. Cover. John Cena kicks out. Every move that Adrian Neville hits is performed to perfection. And now Neville picks up Cena. And there's those right hands. Forearm shot. Right on the jaw. Another one against the ropes. Neville is assembling momentum. Cena sends him over the top. Neville hung on. Cena has an opening here. And Cena just tossed Neville to the floor. And this audience is not very pleased. You can hear the chorus of boos coming down on John Cena. Now Cena dragging Neville. And he sends him into the barricade. Ribs first. Again. Referee's at a count of 3. And now Neville's in control. Drags Cena. Tosses him back into the ring. Oh! An elbow right across the temple. Neville climbs the apron. Cena back to a vertical base. What's Neville going to do from here? He took too long. Cena with a hip toss. Goes right into the cover. Not wasting any time. Neville, however, is still going to kick out. What an amazing bout to kick off the show. Remember, still to come, later on tonight, Roman Reigns will take on Chris Jericho. Winner goes into the Money in the Bank ladder match. And these London spectators keep rattling Cena's cage. Off the 5-knuckle shuffle, John Cena is looking for the FU. Neville's in trouble. Cena picks him up. Adrian Neville reverses. Impaler DDT. And that counter might have been the difference maker. A shot straight to the spine. Neville is also known for his stiff kicks. And now for the 3rd straight time, Cena suffers another blow to the backbone. Neville covers again, but it's still a 1 count. Neville's going for it again, but this time Cena gets right back up. Oh, what a right hand. A bombing right hand straight to the forehead knocks Neville down, and Cena dragged Neville away from the ropes. He climbs up the second rope. Neville's on his feet. Oh! Neville sidestepping. Cena meets the canvas. Kick to the midsection. Oh, what a shot. What a shot to the side of the head. Hold on, he's not done. A drop kick this time. Right to the jaw. Hooks the outside leg. But Cena still manages to power out at a count of one. Neville needs to inflict more damage. Cena turns the tables. What's he gonna do here? Picks up Neville, and he drives Neville skull first into the turnbuckle. An experimental maneuver from John Cena, which I believe was very effective. Neville back to an upright position. Cena with a bulldog from behind. Lateral press. Cena looking to put Neville away, but the young man got his foot on the bottom rope. That was some poor ring presence by the self-proclaimed most respected veteran in WWE. But John Cena continues the offense. Irish whip. Neville with a fireman's carry. And now Neville beginning to charge on his opponent. Legal forearm shots. Followed by a Ric Flair style knife edge chop. There goes Cena over the top to ringside. Get your phones and cameras ready. Neville over the top to the outside. Landing on Cena with a spaceman plancha. And that, folks, might be the game changer. An absolutely stunning offensive move. And look at Neville. Top rope this time. Oh! Shooting star press. A hellacious impact. And these fans are absolutely loving it. But now the question is, can Neville capitalize? But this is odd here because Neville picked up Cena and he got back in the ring. Cena's still on the outside. Does Neville have some sort of a plan here? Right hand to Cena. And Cena retaliates. Big shoulder tackle. Well, whatever Neville's plan was, it didn't work. And John Cena is back in the driver's seat. But Neville reverses. Neville knocks Cena off the apron to the floor. Adrian Neville, I think he's about to fly again. And I think that punch caught Cena right in the eye. He got blinded momentarily. Neville, springboard drop kick from the apron to the floor. And as you can clearly see, that took a toll on Neville as well. Cena's starting to move. Neville picks him up. And Neville pulls him back into a lariat. Caught him right under the chin. And now Neville has to get that 250-pound body back into the ring. The ref's at a count of 5. Cena trying to pull himself up. Neville on the top rope. He gets caught in midair by Cena. And now Cena hits the FU. Cena's brute strength coming into display. Neville got flattened. And this match is over. Cena hooks the leg. And Neville gets the shoulder up. How in the world did he kick out of that? John Cena is in complete awe of what just transpired. And I don't think he's the only one. Off the shoulder tackle. John Cena with the spin out power bomb. Cena perhaps looking for 5-knuckle shuffle again. Oh, and Neville caught him. What a shot across the temple from Neville. On his shoulders. Both knees into the sternum. Listen to this place. Neville continues with his unorthodox offense. The vibe in this arena is absolutely unbelievable. Neville showing some strength of his own. A German into a bridge. But Neville gets a near fall. This is a 1-fall match. First one again, pinfall or submission, walks out the winner. Well scouted by Cena. And what's this? Hooks both arms. Straight jacket. A straightjacket DDT. John Cena goes for the pin. This could do it here, but Neville still rolls the shoulder up. And John Cena is having a hard time to believe this. Cena's throwing his best shots at Neville, but it's not working. Cena goes into the turnbuckle. Irish whip, Neville, huge uppercut. Momentum has shifted again. A standing corkscrew moonsault delivered with beauty. Looking to put Cena away with the cover. And the referee signals it is not a count of 3. And this match continues. Man, these two are pulling out all the stops in this opening contest on Monday Night Raw. Now Neville sends Cena to the ropes. Drop down, leapfrog. John Cena saw it coming. Look at Cena. Underhook into a power bomb. A scintillating power bomb from John Cena. He rolls Neville into the cover, but Neville still gets the shoulder up. What does Cena have to do to put this young man away? I don't think this is the image that John Cena had on his mind when he threw out the open challenge at the start of the show. An elbow to the back of the head. Now John Cena drags Neville over to the other corner. And this time, Adrian Neville turns it around. This has been an impressive debut for Neville here on Raw. Cena gets placed on the top turnbuckle, and Neville with a Frankensteiner sending Cena to the canvas. Great agility on display. Oh! A springboard into a 450 splash. And now he picks up Cena again into a vertical suplex. A great series of offensive moves from Adrian Neville. He's moments away from victory. Looking to pull an upset. But John Cena still kicks out at 2.5. What a match. Here to kick off Raw. Both men back to a standing position. John Cena quickly goes for a gut wrench. Neville lands behind. Adrian Neville inside cradle. Both legs hooked. Referee begins counting. 2. He got him. Adrian Neville with a huge upset over John Cena in his debut match right here in England. Come on. Cena just knocked out the referee.
This world of ours is bigger than life. It's gritty, it's fantastic, it's intense. We traveled the world and we've entertained millions. The greatest experience of my life. I live for this, and I love this.
It was an unbelievable scene here on Raw moments ago. Neville would pull a major upset over John Cena in his debut match. But watch what happens here after the match. John Cena would go on to knock out the official. That was just uncalled for. He's going to get a fine for that. There's no doubt about it.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring. From Toronto, Ontario, Canada, weighing in at 212 pounds, Christian!
Captain Charisma Christian is getting set for action here on Raw. And our referee seems to have recovered from that huge blow he took from John Cena. And he's going to be able to officiate this upcoming bout between Christian and Batista. A few episodes ago on the Raw Ruthless Special, this man made his return to action. But at the end of the match, Batista would go on to ambush both Jericho and Christian. And tonight, Christian will get a chance for revenge as he takes on the Animal. This night took off on a high note with the John Cena versus Neville match, but we are just getting started. The boos are coming down on the Animal. 16,000 plus on their feet.
And approaching the ring from Washington, D.C., weighing in at 278 pounds, the Animal,
Batista has been very frustrated. He's lost a WWE title at WrestleMania. He was unable to regain the championship over a series of rematches. But he made a statement saying he will destroy every single one of the WWE Universe's heroes and become champion again. Will he be able to make those words become reality starting tonight? The referee rings the bell. Christian going right after Batista, but gets a boot right in the face. It's not a real good start for Christian. The Animal sends Christian off the ropes. An elbow straight to the bridge of the nose. And Batista's in control right from the get-go. And now the Animal with Christian up on his shoulders. Rolling fireman's carry. Batista goes for the cover. Lateral press could do it, but Christian kicks out at the very last moment. Christian has suffered a lot of pain already, but he counters the right hand, and now here comes Christian. Batista blocks it, forearm to the jaw, and he lifts up Christian. Christian in trouble, but there's a nice counter into an arm drag. Here's a small package. Looking to steal one here. The referee begins counting, and it's only a 1 count. Christian's got his peeps behind him as Batista gets back into an upright position. And Captain Charisma beginning to unload, placing Batista on the middle rope, over the top to the floor. Oh, what a smack. Christian just whacked him right on the face. And now he begins to climb the top rope. Look out here. An elbow coming down. Here's the pin. Hooks the outside leg. It was almost over, but it's only a 2 count. Batista in a seated position. Oh, and the tip of the elbow right on the top of the head. Christian has this match on his side right now. Irish whip in the corner. Off the turnbuckle goes Batista. A fireman's carry into a flapjack. Batista's facial structure meeting the canvas on his way down. And ladies and gentlemen, I got some breaking news here. John Cena is in the Money in the Bank ladder match. And since Neville has defeated John Cena in our opening contest here on Raw, our general manager, Stone Cold Steve Austin, has come to the conclusion of adding Adrian Neville to the Money in the Bank ladder match at SummerSlam. Huge news as Batista picks Christian. Well scouted by Christian. And now he goes in the front face lock. And he hits a sit-out front suplex on the Animal. Turns him over for the cover. The hook of the leg. Count at 2. But I'm afraid it's not enough. And now Christian begins to argue with the official. And Batista slowly getting back to a vertical base. And he does. Receives a right hand to the jaw. Counters the Irish whip. Oh God! Straight to the midsection. And the relentless Batista choking out Christian. It seems Batista has brought this match back into his favor. I might have spoken too soon. Here comes Christian. Batista blocks the drop kick. And now the Animal elevates Christian into an Oklahoma slam. Flat out pain. Batista seeking victory. But Christian is still alive. This London crowd appreciating the effort that Christian is putting into this match. But the Animal is picking apart his prey. Batista beginning to play mind games, and Christian rushes with a spinning neck breaker. This match has been alternating back and forth between these competitors, and Christian strikes with a sliding elbow. It came like a bullet. It appears Christian is trying to ground the big man, but Batista with a hammering blow to the midsection. Look at this, with a straight, oh! Christian counters into a DDT. An impressive counter from Christian. He's stalking Batista. And Christian storms him with a spear. He's about to get his hand raised into the cover, but Batista kicks out. The referee's hand was coming down for the 3. Christian thought he had the match won. Taking a page out of his best friend's book with that spear, but it wasn't enough. And now inflicting more pain, more punishment to the midsection. What a great match this has been. Batista gets sent into the other corner. And now Batista rushes into the turnbuckle. Overhead kick. Here comes Christian. And Batista drills him with a spine buster. This could be the end of it. The Animal goes for the pin, but he gets a near fall. Christian kicks out at 2.5. What a hard-hitting match on Raw Episode 8. Batista just waiting on Christian. Big-time right hands. Christian with right hands of his own. Trading blows, one after the other. A slap across the face. Chop. Forearm. And Batista goes downstairs. Multiple kicks to the abdominal area of Christian. And now he's telling Christian to get back up. Christian crawling. And in the meantime, Batista ascends the second rope. Goes for a shoulder tackle, but nobody home. Christian going for a neck breaker. Batista pushes him away. And this time, it's Batista who strikes with a spear, pulverizing the opposition. And the Animal is seconds away from putting this match away. Hoists Christian up. Batista bomb. What velocity. A huge collision of Christian's spinal column with the canvas. Batista hooks the leg and he picks up the victory. A magnificent performance in an outstanding matchup. from both men. But right now, there's only one man standing tall. There's only one winner, one conqueror, and that is the Animal Batista. Huge win for this man. And remember, Adrian Neville has been added to the Money in the Bank ladder match at SummerSlam. And later tonight, Roman Reigns and Chris Jericho will seek for the next spot in the match as they collide right here on Raw. But coming up next, Trish Stratus made her return on SmackDown, and tonight she returns to action as she teams up with the Divas champion Natalya to take on the Bella Twins. Divas tag team action next on Raw.
You can't kill what won't die.
The following tag team contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, Trish Stratus.
Welcome back to Monday Night Raw, ladies and gentlemen. And we are set for some Divas tag team action. And Trish Stratus is undoubtedly one of the greatest women's wrestlers of all time. And she made her return on SmackDown. And tonight, she is going to team up with the Divas champion to take on the Bella Twins in her return match. I personally can't wait to see Trish Stratus compete again.
And her tag team partner from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, the Divas champion, Natalya.
Well, on SmackDown, we saw Trish Stratus support Natalya in her match against Brie Bella. And tonight, we're going to see them compete as a unit in this upcoming bout against the Bella Twins. Natalya is the Divas champion, and she's been a dominant champion, taking on all comers.
And approaching the ring, Nikki Bella and Brie Bella, the Bella Twins.
The Bellas are looking for vengeance here in London tonight. Nikki couldn't get the job done in the Triple Threat Divas match. She got her shoulders pinned for the 3 count by Natalya. And Brie got humiliated by Trish Stratus on the last episode of SmackDown. These two sisters did not fare too good on their own. But tonight might be different, considering they're competing as a unit against Trish Stratus and Natalya. The referee calls for the bell. This match has begun. Natalya flooring Brie Bella with that forearm. Went after Nikki, but Nikki Bella strikes back. And Brie from behind with a backbreaker. The Bellas working well together. Brie Bella sends Natalya off the ropes. Drop kick. Brie Bella is in control of this matchup early on. Wrist lock. Natalya with a kick to the midsection. And a clothesline sending Brie over the top to the floor. She is the Divas champion and she fights back just like she did there. Now Brie's back in the ring. Natalya continues her offense. Off the turnbuckle goes Brie. Right hands from the champion. Brie turns the tables. And here's the tag to Nikki Bella. And now the double team is coming up. Oh my God. Natalya driven into the turnbuckles. She got folded like an accordion. I guess it's safe to say that the Bellas are a bigger threat as a group. And look at Nikki dropping that elbow straight to the forehead with Trish Stratus looking on from the apron. And this time Natalya goes back first into the corner. Nikki Bella is backing up the Divas champion into that very corner as she tags in her sister Brie off the ropes. And a big boot is landed right on Natalya's face, followed by a leg drop. Brie goes for the first cover of the matchup. This might do it here. Natalya still has the will to continue. The Divas champion desperately needs to make a tag to Trish. Brie Bella with a drop kick to Natalya. And now she goes to tag her sister Nikki back into the match. It's those quick tags that really make a big difference. Natalya struggling to get back up. Nikki looking for Alabama slam. And Natalya with a great reversal. Rolls her up for the cover. But Nikki counters into a cover of her own. And a near fall at 2.5. Nikki off the ropes. Natalya with a back body drop. Buying herself some time to tag in Trish Stratus. And here comes the Queen of Queens. Head scissors takedown. And these fans are loving it. Trish back on the attack. Irish whip to Nikki Bella. Huge running forearm knocking Nikki down. Trish Stratus is beginning to build momentum here. Nikki blocks the right hand, trying to turn the momentum back into her side. Irish whip, hooks the arm. Trish Stratus, shots to the kidney area. And this time, Nikki gets sent to the ropes. Trish ducks the right hand. And Trish Stratus using her legs to her advantage again. The London crowd is behind Trish Stratus. She goes for the pin, hooks the outside leg, but Nikki Bella powers out at a count of 1. Stratus has suffered little to no damage in this matchup. And Trish tried to use her legs again there, but Nikki Bella was able to counter. Great exchange there of the Irish whip. Nikki Bella gets deposited on the apron. Trish gets a forearm right across the temple. Nikki Bella climbs the top rope, and Trish follows her. A handspring into a head scissors off the top rope to the mat. And you can feel the energy in this building as Trish Stratus is about to go for the win. Look at those elbows, haymakers, right to the jaw, lefts and rights. Nikki Bella is in deep trouble here. And Brie gets knocked off the apron by Trish. Are you ready to get stratified? Bulldog, springboard bulldog. Trish with the Stratusfaction. The cover, the hook, it's over. A huge victory for the returning Trish Stratus and the Divas champion, Natalya. Let's take you back and show you what happened earlier. Watch how Nikki was going for the Alabama slam, and then Natalya would turn the tables with a roll-up, but Nikki would counter the roll-up, and here we thought that the Bella Twins were going to pick up the win. They got a near fall, and then Trish would go on to hit the Stratisfaction on Nikki Bella while Brie was trying to recover, and Trish would pick up the win as Brie could not break the cover. And let's take you backstage where Renee Young has just asked The Rock about Stone Cold calling him out tonight. Oh, you want to talk about tonight, Renee? Well then, let's talk about tonight. Because you see, finally, The Rock has come back to London, England. Oh yeah, as a matter of fact, there are 16,000 fans. 16,000 out there patiently waiting for The Rock to get into the middle of the people's ring. But before The Rock gets there, let The Rock just say this. At SummerSlam, The Rock is going to regain his WWE Championship by being the last man standing. Because The Rock will drag Bray Wyatt's homeless monkey ass all the way to the corner of Jabroni Drive and Know Your Role Boulevard and check that sumbitch straight in to the SmackDown Hotel. And then The Rock will proceed to give him the ass whooping of a lifetime. But that's later. That's down the road. Now on to tonight. You see, tonight, Steve Austin is going to call out The Rock. We all know that what happened on the last Raw was a complete accident. But if Stone Cold wants to call out The Rock, then The Rock will show up and confront him without question, face to face. And believe me, if Stone Cold Steve Austin has any problem with The Rock, well then The Rock will have no problem whatsoever once again whooping his bald-headed, double-studded candy ass all over the O2 Arena. The anticipation continues to build. Stone Cold Steve Austin will call out The Rock right here on Raw. And The Rock said that he guarantees to confront Austin face to face. It's still to come later on tonight.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring. From Pensacola, Florida, weighing in at 265 pounds, Roman Reigns.
I mentioned earlier that Adrian Neville has now been added to the Money in the Bank ladder match at SummerSlam due to beating John Cena earlier tonight. We have now 4 competitors in the matchup. We are about to find out the 5th competitor in the match, because up next, Roman Reigns and Chris Jericho are gonna battle for the spot right here on Raw.
I will fight anyone and everyone. I am the future.
Back in 2014, I had the honor of training with Kevin Owens when he was preparing for his WWE tryout at the Torture Chamber Pro Wrestling School in Montreal. It's tremendous to see the success he's reached. And on the next episode of NXT, Kevin Owens makes his universe debut. He means business when he gets in the ring. I know it firsthand, and you don't want to miss it. Meanwhile, Roman Reigns is getting set for the Money in the Bank qualifying match against Chris Jericho.
You know I got you. Yeah.
And approaching the ring from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, weighing in at 227 pounds, Chris Jericho.
Well, here's the man who introduced the Money in the Bank ladder match back in March 2005. Now, Jericho has never won a Money in the Bank ladder match. He has the opportunity to win it at SummerSlam. But first, he's got to go through Roman Reigns here on Raw. It is already a star-studded Money in the Bank ladder match. There's only 2 spots left to fill. This is going to be a very interesting matchup because both of these men are crowd favorites. But only one of these 2 will qualify. It has been a very energetic night. And there's the cue for the start of this match. Collar and elbow tie-up. Y2J chants ringing through the O2 Arena. Shoulder tackle from Roman Reigns, knocking Jericho off his feet. And Reigns starts shooting rights at Jericho. Multiple clotheslines in the corner, followed by a bigger clothesline, sending Jericho to the canvas. The cover, but Jericho kicks out. Remember, the Money in the Bank winner is like the uncrowned champion because he's almost guaranteed to become champion due to that contract in the briefcase. Great counter from Jericho, belly-to-belly suplex. A pin attempt, but Roman Reigns using his strength to power out. After this, we're going to find out the 6th and final competitor in the Money in the Bank ladder match on the next episode of SmackDown. And now Jericho attempts a front face lock, but gets a knee in the sternum. And now Roman, Irish whip, Jericho off the ropes. Reigns was going for a belly-to-belly, Jericho stopped it. A few right hands to the temple. Goes behind, and there's a back suplex. This has been a big night of wrestling matches. Right here on episode number 8 of Raw, where we are taking over United Kingdom. And still to come later on tonight, our GM, Stone Cold Steve Austin, will call out The Rock in that very ring. But look at Jericho. Roman is under the bottom rope, and Jericho catapults his face right into it. Remember, that's a veteran in the ring right there. Chris Jericho is a former multiple-time world champion, is the first ever undisputed champion, and he knows how to use his environment to his benefit. Roman Reigns blocks the chop, and now Reigns sends Jericho into the corner off the turnbuckle into a clothesline. Roman has a big opening ahead of him. Look at this. Lifts Jericho up. An inverted DDT from Roman Reigns. A huge move. Here's the cover. But Jericho kicks out at 2. And it seems like Roman Reigns has taken over this qualifying match. Momentarily as Jericho with a right hand in the midsection. And here's a butterfly backbreaker from Y2J. And he's looking to end this match with a cover. And this time, it's Roman who kicks out at 2. Both of these men bring different elements to a wrestling match. Jericho is more of a technician and high flyer, while Roman Reigns is more of a powerhouse and brawler. And now Roman is trying to get out of this chin lock predicament applied by Jericho. Reigns is back on his feet. 2 elbows to the midsection. Looking for a Samoan drop. Jericho reverses. Inverted DDT. Great counter by Jericho to stay in control. A lot of Jericho-holics here in London. A pullback into an elbow right across the bridge of the nose. And Reigns one step ahead with the back body drop. Roman Reigns might have the distinct advantage right now. Snapmare takedown off the ropes. Sliding clothesline, taking Jericho's breath away. Wait a minute. We don't see this often. Roman Reigns on the top rope, measuring Jericho. And Jericho counters into a power slam. Follows it up with the lion salt. Here's the cover. Jericho is going to SummerSlam, but Roman Reigns kicks out. That was so close that Jericho could see the Money in the Bank briefcase looming. Roman Reigns blocks the enziguri. Now the Juggernaut picks up Jericho, and this time the Samoan drop connects. And here comes a pin attempt from Roman Reigns. The referee begins to count, but this time it's Reigns who gets a near fall. There is a lot on the line in this match. Both men can't afford to lose. Now Jericho gets placed in the corner. Delivers a boot to the jaw of Roman Reigns. Sends Reigns to the other corner. And now Jericho tosses Roman to the outside. He hung on. Springboard drop kick. Now Roman Reigns is at ringside and he is down. Referee begins to count him out. It seems that drop kick wasn't so effective, but this is a huge crossbody over the top onto Roman Reigns from Jericho. Y2J taking a huge risk with that move, but it might pay off. Reigns gets sent back into the ring. Jericho with a perfectly placed big boot to the side of the head. And this time, it's Jericho who climbs up the top rope. Roman Reigns struggling to get back to a vertical base. Jericho is just waiting on him. Look out! Crossbody! Roman Reigns sidesteps. Jericho meets the mat. Roman Reigns is sizing up Jericho for the Superman punch. Oh, what a shot! Straight to the jawbone. It looks like the end might be near. The Juggernaut looking for the spear. Jericho pulls himself up. Here it comes. Y2J counters into a DDT. Well examined by Jericho. Reigns trying to get back up. Jericho going for the code breaker. Reigns dodges and goes behind. And Reigns with a teardrop suplex. He's going for a triple. Back-to-back suplexes. Very impressive from Roman Reigns. And I think he's going to SummerSlam. The hook of the leg, the cover, and Jericho at the very last moment still kicks out, keeping this match alive. But look at Jericho. He's up first. Oh, Roman Reigns saw that one coming. And Reigns starts using his fist again. Jericho blocks the kick. Turns him around. Going for the walls. Oh gosh. What a blow to the cheekbone from Roman Reigns. Reigns' head bounces off the turnbuckle. Jericho up top. He flies straight into the spear. A mid-air rib-crushing spear from Roman Reigns. And that's it. He's going to SummerSlam. A spectacular win for Roman Reigns. Jericho flew straight into it. A very impactful move by the Juggernaut. And this means that there is only one more competitor left to be decided This will bring you to the edge of your seat because the Rattlesnake is about to walk down the ramp and into the ring and call out the Brahma Bull, The Rock. The Rock did say that he will show up and confront the general manager of Raw face to face. We'll see what happens as this is next on Raw. Monday Night Raw is coming to you from London, England, and what a night it has been. There's the famous Tower Bridge. And ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank Panic Era for Who We Are, which is the official theme song of SummerSlam. It is available on iTunes and Spotify. You can check out the description below for further information on the band. And what a SummerSlam it's going to be. This rivalry has reached the fever pitch. Inside the demonic steel structure, Hell in a Cell, the final chapter will be written for the World Heavyweight Championship, Cesaro versus Rollins. And of course, the Tag Team Championships will be on the line, but Lesnar will have to defend the titles on his own because there is no CM Punk. It is a handicap match, Lesnar versus the Usos. And then we have the star-studded Money in the Bank ladder match. Only one man is left to qualify. The winner of this match will receive a contract they can cash in anytime and anywhere for a championship match. The WWE Championship will be on the line. The Rock will get his rematch against Bray Wyatt in a last man standing match. The only way to win this match is to beat your opponent so badly that they cannot answer the referee's count of 10. SummerSlam comes to you from the sold-out United Center in Chicago. This has been anticipated all night long, and it's time for the Rattlesnake to call out arguably his biggest rival in his career, The Rock. After how the last Raw came to a conclusion, Stone Cold Steve Austin does not seem to be in a very good mood. We know very well that The Rock was aiming for Bray Wyatt, but Wyatt would move out of the way and Rock would go on to hit Austin. It's almost as if the WWE Champion Bray Wyatt suckered The Rock in.
I can say right now, Rock, you punked me out. You knocked the wind out of me. You insulted my manhood. You hurt my damn feelings. So, if you want The Rock to bring his ass to this ring, give me a hell yeah. I don't know how good your hearing is, but you got about 16,000 people telling you to bring your little candy ass to this ring.
Oh, here we go. The two biggest faces of the Attitude Era are going face to face again here in London, England, in front of over 16,000 fans. These two are one of the biggest rivals in sports entertainment history. And listen to this building.
Pardon the interruption, gentlemen. This is my world.
It's the Wyatt family. Harper and Rowan and The Rock and Austin going right after them, knocking them both off the apron. Bray Wyatt sending his brothers from the Wyatt family to attack Rock and Austin, but it's being backfired. Rock and Austin are beating the hell out of these two. The Rock laying the smack down, and Stone Cold Steve Austin is stomping a mud hole, and he's walking it dry. Harper gets tossed into the barricade. These fans are getting their money's worth tonight. Austin with a clothesline to Eric Rowan. A huge brawl has ensued on Monday Night Raw. And the Rattlesnake with the ground and pound on Eric Rowan. Meanwhile, Harper is being decimated by The Rock at ringside. And Austin with those pistol-like right hands to Rowan. Wherever Bray Wyatt is, what must he think of this? A stun gun from Austin. And look at The Rock. He's got a steel chair in hand. Straight to the spine of Harper. Flooring him. Austin with a DDT to Rowan. Face first, he goes off the canvas. This is not what we were expecting when Stone Cold Steve Austin called out The Rock. And there's the people's right hand straight to the jaw of Luke Harper. Now Rock is headed to the announce table. Austin measuring Eric Rowan. Stone Cold Stunner. Eric Rowan got stunned out of his boots. Austin picks him up. The Rock is removing the announce table equipment, and here comes Harper with a shot from behind. Now Steve Austin sends Eric Rowan packing, and The Rock goes face first off the announce table. And here comes Austin. Austin coming to the aid of The Rock. I never thought that I would see this. Austin helping out The Rock. Harper gets sent into the spine buster from The Rock on concrete floor. The Great One and the Bionic Redneck are putting the Wyatts in their place, but The Rock is not done. Places Harper on the announce table. Watch out, guys. The people are on their feet. The Rock bottom through the announce table. What a sickening thud as Luke Harper's body crashes through the announce table. Every single person in this arena is standing up except Luke Harper. Look at the carnage. Hold on. Austin and The Rock are exchanging a few words here. Austin! Stone Cold Stunner to The Rock! Laying waste to the Brahma Bull. There is something that you can never, ever do, and that is trust a rattlesnake. What the hell is going on?
Run!
Oh my God! It's Bray Wyatt, the WWE Champion! And look at The Rock's face! What is that? It's a sheet mask! What the hell is going on? Bray Wyatt with Sister Abigail to The Rock as Stone Cold Steve Austin looks on. With The Rock laying at his feet, Bray Wyatt making a statement that this is his world.